is Ash, and I am the owner, creator, and the magic behind Magic Touch Botanica. And welcome to my April 2021 pick a card. So for this video, I'm going to be channeling messages for 4 different groups. But before we get into the cards, I kind of just want to talk a little bit about what's astrologically coming to us all for April 2021. So the first event that we need to focus on is going to be the new moon in Aries happening April 11th. So for my Patreon members, you already know for the new moon and the full moon, we will be having a Zoom meeting where I will do a ritual and I will talk about the moon and I will pull cards and channel messages for our group. For this new moon, we are focusing on protection. And the reason why we're focusing on protection is because this new moon is in Aries. And Aries is all about being fearless. It's about being courageous. It's about being brave. However, in order for us to get to a mental, physical, and spiritual place where we feel brave, we have to feel safe. And so that's what we're going to focus on for the new moon is we're going to talk about bravery. We're going to talk about fearlessness. I'm going to teach you the many different herbs and many different things you can do in your life to bring on that energy of protection, to heal any wounds that are triggering some of that fight or flight response. That's what we're going to focus on for the new moon in Aries for my Patreon members. If that is calling to you, if that resonates, please join our Patreon. In order to join that membership to get access to the Zoom meetings, it is going to be $10.10 every month. And that $10.10, not only does it help me make this content for you, but it's also a donation towards the magic that is here, a donation towards me to continue doing this work full time. So thank you for Patreon members that are already members, that have been members since September, and welcome to anyone who decides to join after this. So we got that going on. New moon in Aries, April 11th, and it's all about bravery. It's all about courage. The new moon is also a time for you to manifest. It is a time for you to think of, okay, between the new moon to the full moon, what is it that I want to grow? What is the energy and the vibration that I want to attract? The new moon is the perfect time to do it. And the new moon in Aries is a perfect time for you to do any ritual work around manifesting, around joy, around happiness, around bravery, around courage. It would also be a good time to do any solar plexus healing, even root healing, like we're doing with the new moon in Aries Zoom. So we got that. Then on April 14th, we have Venus entering Taurus, and Venus loves being in Taurus because that is the sign that it is home, that it feels at home. That is the sign that it feels the most comfortable in. And you know, me being a Taurus rising, I'm super excited for her because it means that we're gonna get more of that like warmth and comfort and love and beauty that Venus is known for. And especially being in Taurus, it also is like tangible. Like it's, how do we invite more beauty in our life? So we have the Aries new moon with the courage. We have the Venus going into Taurus with the love, with the warmth, with the happiness, the foundation that we're trying to set in for this new year, this new astrological year. And then after that, Aries season ends on the 19th and Taurus season begins on the 20th. And the energy with the Aries season, and now this is just my opinion, right? For me, what I've seen with Aries season is really a beginning, a breath of fresh air for us. And then with the Taurus, it's like, all right, now we had all that fiery energy to imagine and to think of new things and to manifest new things for our life. And now Taurus is like, okay, now we have the idea, now we're putting action behind it. When I think of Taurus, I think of like a bull and like how it's sturdy, it won't be shaken, and its earth signs are very like practical. So with the Aries season was all fire, it's action, it's right now, it's motivation, it's passion. With Taurus, it's okay, so now we have this fiery energy. How are we gonna bring it down to earth? How are we gonna make it more tangible? How are we gonna use that fiery action, passion to really make it a reality. So Aries, dreaming, dreaming a passionate, fiery life, and Taurus, it's earth. It's how do we bring this to reality? How do we make this into reality? And last but not least, on April 26th, we have a full moon in Scorpio. And that full moon is going to be all about the shadow self, all about our emotional baggage, our spiritual healing. I even want to say that like it's a time for you to see how you self-sabotage. If you're somebody that self-sabotages like me, prepare yourself because it's really going to trigger that. It might trigger you to self-sabotage so you can do more reflection work and heal that part. So it'd be a beautiful time for that. Full moon is also about letting go, releasing. For the full moon in Scorpio, for my Patreon members, that Zoom is going to be about sex magic because Scorpio is also like very sensual, very sexy. And we're going to talk about how sex can be used for healing emotional traumas. So if you're interested in that, join our Patreon. So that's what we have going on for April. There's a lot more transits, but if you're new to this channel, I'm not an astrologer, but I am an astrology enthusiast. So there's more happening in April, but those are like the 4 main things I wanted to focus on before we jump into our reading. For this pick a card, I have already pulled tarot cards, but I will also be channeling and pulling cards from this Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. Don't go anywhere. The next scene will be the cards from Bird's Eye View. Use this time to really tap into your own intuition and see which pile is calling to you. You can take time just looking at the crystals, seeing which crystal is calling to you. Once you figured out which pile is going to be yours, you can go down to the description and click on the timestamp for that pile. Okay, hi group 1. So let's get into your cards. You have the flower agate. And these are your tarot cards. Okay, so you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You have Temperance in reverse. You have 6 of Cups upright, and you have the Star card. And the first thing I'm getting is that y'all are a little bit impatient and y'all are trying to rush things. And with the Temperance card and the Wheel of Fortune is like, this Wheel of Fortune is blocked. And it's not necessarily blocked inside, right? Like with the Wheel of Fortune, it's telling me that when it comes to gaining that outside recognition, that outside reputation, that luck that you want from the outside, it's blocked because you're trying to rush things. But you are very fortunate when it comes to your emotional healing and the ways that you're able to really hold yourself and the ways that you're able to have clear vision of what's your next step. If you're not feeling like you have that clear vision, it's because, again, you're trying to rush things and push things that just aren't ready yet, that just are gonna take some time. Because I'm feeling two things. It's like there's one group of this that are like super intuitive, super clear, have a clear vision of their goals, and it's just about patience, and it's just about doing that inner healing so that your intuition and your clarity can get more exact. And then for the other group, it's like y'all do have this inner clarity, y'all do have this intuition, y'all just need to slow down and take things little by little. With the Six of Cups and the Star, that's where I'm feeling this, like, y'all are highly intuitive, and y'all can win. Like, y'all have this luck that does come to you naturally. Y'all just rush things. And the other thing that I'm seeing with the Six of Cups is two things too. Don't hoard resources. Don't hoard your gift. Don't feel like, oh my God, I don't want somebody to take this from me. Because I'm feeling like y'all feel like people can take things from you. And with the Six of Cups, it's like, no, baby, you can be very generous and know that, like, abundance is going to flow through that generosity. When y'all are in, because I keep getting like this Four of Pentacles look, even though that card did not pull up. But when y'all are in the Four of Pentacles state of hoarding resources and holding on to things, then that's when you have all this stuck, unclear energy. But when y'all are able to be very generous with other people, but also very generous and gentle with yourself, then y'all show up as the Star. But y'all are being really rough on yourself to the point that y'all are trying to rush things that just take its time and it's not ready. So when it comes to love, career, job this month, really focus on finding that balance. Really focus on, how can I continue being gentle? How can I continue being loving to myself? The Six of Cups is also like inner child work. How can I do that very gentle, loving, healing work for myself so that I can show up as the Star? Because this is the goodness. This is the blockage. When y'all are so set in your ways and so set in your goals and just blinded by all of that, y'all miss the beauty. Y'all miss the bigger picture. Y'all are trying to steer. The other thing I'm getting is, like, some of y'all are trying to steer spirit for a very specific goal you have, and spirit is like, babe, again, like, this is not what we have planned for you. We have something greater. I know that you want that job. I know that you want that relationship. I know that you want money to come in this way. But babe, we have bigger things. Like, we have a bigger vision for you. Stop trying to take control, because you don't control nothing. And you already have goodness around you, but y'all are trying to control stuff. So that's the innate energy that I'm feeling, is like, just go with the flow. Really focus on balancing your energy. Really focus on coming back to yourself, coming back to your center. Because when you're generous and gentle with yourself, when you're generous and gentle with other people too, y'all really show up as a Star. Y'all really show up as your best self. All right, so let's go into your oracle cards. And I want to focus more specifically on career and money. Spirit, what does this group need to know in terms of career and money? Yeah, I feel like this really goes hand in hand with the tarot cards too, because the Vanity card makes me think of the Six of Cups and makes me be like, this is not all about you. It is not all about you. And this goes either way, right? Like, I'm not talking about, being conceited and being like, oh my God, the world revolves around me and like everyone needs to give me attention. Like, that's not what I'm talking about when it comes to vanity and generosity. I'm talking about like, feeling like people are out to get you, feeling like everything bad happens to only you, or like things are just specifically about you. And this makes me think back too of how I was saying, be gentle and generous to yourself, but also be gentle and generous to other people. And when this comes with your finances and your career, if at any point in April you feel like you're getting played or things are just not going the way that you wanted to go, just remember that this is not all about you and that it's not about something that you've done to prevent things from going the right way. Because it's making me think of the Wheel of Fortune card. It's like something goes wrong, it's not that you've done something wrong. If something, ends up not going exactly the way you think, it's not that something like you've done something to cause this. With the instant card, it's also like, it's just making me think of like, but this. Like, that not everything is about you. That there are forces at play that you cannot control. This already. So it's really about grounding yourself in that. Ground yourself in that knowing. Again, some of y'all are super intuitive. Some of y'all already have this enlightenment. Some of y'all already know that it's not all about you. You already know when someone, like you have that innate ability. That's where the instant card comes in. You have that already. But sometimes you get wrapped up in your own shit, and Spirit is saying, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's be gentle with ourselves. Let's be gentle to other people, because that's where the higher vibration comes in. That's where the gifts come in. That's where the money is going to come in, is when you're able to be gentle with yourself and when you're able to be gentle with other people. That's when it's really going to show up. And that's when you really show up as the star. You really show up as your highest self. What I like about the star card too, it's my favorite card in tarot, not just because I'm an Aquarius, but also it's an image of a naked person. And they got the Tower card already. They've got all their shit already got taken away. The Moldavite make me think of Moldavite and how like it just removes everything that is not in alignment with you. Everything got taken away that's not in alignment with you already. In this card, not saying you specifically, but for this card. And now it's like, okay, now I'm able to really show up as me without any of the bullshit. And that's what this enlightenment is about. It's like for this month, when it comes to money and career, you need to channel this star energy of like, I'm able to get rid of the things that do not need to live in my life anymore. I am able to get rid of and clear the things that do not serve me anymore. I'm able to do that. That's your enlightenment. That's how the money, the Wheel of Fortune will now go upright. The Temperance will go upright. Is being like, I can be gentle with myself. I already have this innate wisdom. I do not need to be stuck in superficial things. I can be gentle with myself. I can be gentle with other people. I can understand that I am more connected to the people around me than I give myself credit for. And through that, I'm then able to manifest the world that I really want and the things that I really want. And it's not about manifesting, because you know how I said, like, y'all are trying to take control of things. It's like there is a deeper want that I think y'all are getting clouded by with vanity that y'all are missing. And when you're able to let go, get rid of that control, you're able to just be like, you know what, I trust, I have faith, that, and show up with yourself gentle, be gentle with other people. That enlightenment comes in, that money comes in, that fame comes in. You start really showing up as yourself. You start really shining. There's that higher vibration. all of that starts really aligning for itself. For this group, what I'm really feeling is like y'all are just above it all, you know? Like, I'm like, y'all are above the vanity shit, but somehow y'all are just holding on to it, and I don't know why. So for your finances, really be gentle with yourself and understand that not everything is just about you. Understand that not everything is just happening to you. Yeah, with finances, the more you're able to give, and it doesn't have to be giving financially, but it's like the more that you're able to just give and be gentle and warm with other people at your job, or even just the way that you get your money, the more that things will be good. The more that, oh, I flipped this. The more that there'll be more flow. Okay, so now I'm gonna touch on love. What is coming to pile 1 when it comes to love? You know, and all the cards come together. So if you're single, something, the discovery card and the the impatience that I was saying before. Okay, it's all coming together. But the first message that I got is if you're single, y'all need to date differently. Like, I'm like, what you're doing is not working, love. What you're doing is not working. And that's the blockage. You're also trying to rush things. What I'm seeing is like somebody swiping through Tinder or like any of those dating sites and just like swiping, but with such horrible intention. Like, what I'm feeling is like someone swiping and just being like, I fucking hate people. Nobody loves me. Like, I'm not attractive enough. If you're dating, first of all, you shouldn't be going into swiping and trying to find your soulmate, whatever, with that energy to begin with. If you're doing that, no, that's what the fuck is blocking it to begin with. Like, if you're swiping with that intention, then of course, what do you think is going to come into your DMs? Like, what do you think is going to message and match with you? It's people that are going to match that vibration. So if you're looking for love, if you're looking for something real and serious and heart expanding, go into the app and swipe with that in your heart. And if you're not ready to swipe with that in your heart, then there's more work for you to do. And that's the impatience part. Is some of y'all, and I hate to say this for pile 1, but for some of y'all that are single, not all of y'all, because remember, I'm channeling for a lot of people. For some of y'all, y'all are not at a mental, spiritual, and physical place to meet this soulmate that you're looking for. There's still work for you to do. And what I'm hearing from Spirit is like, you can rush this process. You can try to control where you meet your soulmate. And what's going to end up happening is, I see some of you getting your heart broken, but the lesson in it will be the thing that's gonna bring you to a point where you're ready. For some of y'all are rushing the process. Go with the flow, slow down, go on dates with people you never thought that you would see yourself going on dates with. And it's not because I don't think, like, you know, if you have an image about who it is you want to date, it's not that I don't think that that's who you're gonna, it's not that I don't think that's not who you're gonna be with, but it's that there's something about dating someone new that is gonna open your heart in a way that dating someone that you always date or dating someone that you are envisioning yourself with is not gonna give you. You need to come into this new relationship or this new partnership with a new understanding of love. Some of y'all's, the single people, some of y'all's understanding of love is a little fucked up. I'm just gonna be honest. That's the blockage I'm feeling. Like, I'm just feeling like this kind of like just angry and bitter energy. Some of y'all don't, if you're looking for a relationship, y'all need to get out of that. Y'all need to do something where y'all are not coming in fully with that vibration. And I'm not saying that you can't still be heartbroken and mad. Shit, I'm in a relationship right now, and I look at my past relationship, and I'm still kind of like, yo, fuck you type of vibe. But you can't go into a new partnership thinking that that new partner is that ex. And that's what I'm feeling with the discovery and the impatience. Prayer is coming back to that fate. Like, there's some things that's coming in April that y'all just gonna have faith about. And y'all just gonna have to trust. And y'all gonna have to let go of that control. And especially when it comes to love, y'all can't control love. Love is not meant to be controlled. And if you controlling, you're gonna have to let that go too. Because you can't go into a relationship wanting to control another person. So that's for my singles. For my relationships, for people in a relationship, I think some of y'all want to take your relationship to the next level, like maybe get married, maybe buy a house. And it's saying, not yet. Just wait. Just enjoy the relationship for what it is right now. I don't feel like anyone in my pile ones are in a relationship and need to get out. If things are hard in your relationship right now, I'm not feeling this like strong feeling of being like, get out. Of course, if your relationship is abusive in any way or harmful in any way, get out. But this is for people who are in a relationship and they maybe are just in a rough patch. Set your prayers, set your intentions, have a little patience. You'll start to see your partner in a new light, and I think your partner will start to understand relationships in a new light. For my pile ones, if you're in a relationship right now and things are rough, it's not you. It's not you. There's something going on with your partner. They have their own journey. They have their own things that they got to get through. They're going to come back to you, but they have their own thing that they're working through. They're overthinking stuff. They have their own emotional stuff. And I feel like just wait it out. Be generous. Be compassionate. They will come back to you with a different outlook, with more motivation, more inspiration. Aries season is putting fire under some people's asses. Aries season is giving a lot of people that passion, that motivation. So if you've been feeling that lack of passion and motivation, don't worry, it's gonna come. Just have a little patience. All right, group 1. So this is your reading. Of course, this is a reading for a lot of people. Tarot readings, period, should not be used as your end-all be-all when it comes to spiritual guidance. Use your own intuition. You are the expert of your own life. And yeah, but just use this as, it's a little tool, a little guide of maybe what's going to come up for you in April. Or you feel any blockages in April. You're like, oh, I remember in this pick a card. This is what it came. Maybe it's this. So group 1, be patient, be generous, be loving, and everything's going to be okay. Hey, group 2, you got Kyanite. This is like my favorite stone to work with right now when it comes to like aligning myself, when I feel imbalanced, or when I feel like, what the fuck's going on? So, got the moon. Ooh, this month is going to be interesting for you. Sorry, my dog started barking, but now I'm back. All right, so pile 2, y'all are having an interesting month. For some of y'all, March was really heavy. Really heavy. There was some bullshit that happened in March. I'm seeing conflict. I'm seeing the conflict brought a lot of things that y'all needed to heal from. Brought a lot of shadow stuff, shadow self stuff for y'all. For some of y'all, if this is you, this pile feels very specific. So if it doesn't resonate, then it's probably not for you. But what I'm seeing for April is that y'all need it. If you had a super, super fucked up March, super heavy March, the heaviness is still, I feel like the heaviness is carrying on for March into April. And y'all really need to get on your witchy shit. Like, y'all really need to get on your witchy shit. And for most of y'all, and you know, this is just how I do magic. I'm like, y'all need to do it yourself. Some of you are depending too heavily on other people to do magical healing for you. And Spirit is saying, like, no, we need you to do it because you need to get to the deep, deep wounds. You're too surface level. With the Ten of Cups in reverse and with the moon in reverse is really overshadowing a lot of this, because with these two cards, what I'm feeling is like, even when y'all think things are going good, you know deep down inside that this can be more authentic, this can be more real, this can be more, like, you can be happier if you did the deeper work. It's like y'all are trying to put perfume on shit. Like, that's the image I got. Ugh. Like, somebody in this pile got a lot of emotional healing to do. Damn. And I don't, you know, it's not to shame you. It's not to shame you at all. I just feel like whoever this pile is really going to resonate with, I'm like, y'all just are going through such a transformative time in your life. If it's hard, it's hard. If you have to cry, cry. If you're angry, be angry. But let yourself feel all the emotions, because somebody is trying to put perfume on shit, and that is not going to make you heal. That is not going to get you to having this Ten of Cups upright. There's a lot of inner conflict. A lot of inner conflict that is going to continue showing itself outwardly unless you do that healing work. And that's what I'm feeling with the hero fight. It's like, this is spiritual healing. This is emotional healing. This is getting it together. Pile 2, I love you. I love you. This is a hard message. This is a heavy message. But this month, this is the only card that's upright, the hero fight. Get your witchy shit together. Get your witchy shit together. Yes. Seek spiritual advisors if you need to, so you can get some guidance. But a lot of the work you need to do yourself. If somebody is telling you, come... Damn, I don't want to say this. But it's like... if you go to a spiritual advisor and they're like, oh, let me cut this cord for you, let me light this candle for you, let me do this for you. No, you need to light the candle for yourself. You need to cut the cord for yourself. This pile, you need to do it. Like, y'all rely too heavily on other people to do the hard work for you when it comes to your spiritual and emotional growth. And Spirit is saying, like, April, it's time for you to put your money where your mouth is. Like, it's time for you to pick your life up and see your power and see your ability to heal yourself through this hero fight card. That's a lot of what this Five of Wands is also speaking to, is like that y'all are in a battle inside with yourself. Y'all have been in a battle with other people. Y'all are really, like, whatever you're seeing on the outside when it comes to conflict and you fighting with other people, it's really that you're in a battle with yourself. And y'all are trying to avoid that. Y'all are trying to avoid that work to get to this Ten of Cups. And this month is like, it's time. Like, y'all can't be playing around no more. So I send so much love to whoever this is resonating with, because I know this is not easy to hear. I know it's not easy to hear. And it's gonna be a good month. Like, y'all still got this Ten of Cups here. Spirit is saying, like, yes, the energy was heavy. Yes, you got shit to do this month. Yes, you have to do the healing. Yes, you need to stop spraying perfume on shit. But this potential energy of the Ten of Cups, you know, things, like, what I'm seeing is, like, with the shadow work that you're going to be doing this month, there is a kind of perfuming of it. Like, there is a shining light being put on some of the darkness. You know, even though it sounds really hard, I feel like it can be harder. And Spirit is saying, even when it's hard this month, know that I can make this shit harder, and I'm not, because I love you. That's the message I'm getting, is I can make this shit harder, but I'm not, because I love you. You just need to stop lying to yourself. You need to stop saying that you're okay when you're not. You need to stop saying you're happy when you're not. And I think a lot of what this moon card is bringing up for me too is like that spiritual bypassing of like, I'm not going to say that like I'm struggling because that's not the vibration I want to bring to myself. Like, no, if you're struggling, you need to own that so that you can transmute and transform that energy and not just pretend that you're okay when you're not. Okay? Let's not do that. All right, so let's go into your Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. Let's see what's coming up for you this month in terms of your finances and your career. Whew. Yeah, take a deep breath. Take a sip. Ooh, take a sip of water. Pile 2. Take a sip of water. Okay, money and finances. Okay, I'm gonna have to put one more card for that, but let me drink some water. Okay, pile 2. When it comes to your money, hold on to it. I'm like, don't spend too much money. Don't make too many risky moves this month. But the creation card is like, use what you have to do the healing work with. The creation card, I'm also seeing, I'm also hearing like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's just about tweaking things a little bit. Self-worth card, I feel like that's so self-explanatory. Like, when you don't feel good about yourself, when you don't feel like you deserve the money, when you don't feel like you deserve anything in terms of money, career, and finances, if you don't think you deserve that promotion, you're not going to get that promotion. And that's a part of that shadow work. That's a part of that spirit work for you. Is like, how can I get to myself to a point where I can truly see myself sitting on this crown, sitting on this chair, sitting on this pedestal? How can I do the work so I can truly see myself in that position that I want to go for? How can I do the work that I can truly see myself in the position of, you know, doing whatever you want? Like, whatever it is that you're envisioning to get money, you need to see yourself doing it and see yourself selling out. See yourself, you know, really sit in the, prepare yourself as if you're going to sell out. And then with money, just don't do risky business. You know, and the other thing too that's coming up is like, you know how I said to, yes, you can reach out to a spiritual advisor. However, like, this work is really about you and your power and your ability to transform energy for yourself. With the trickery card, is coming up again, like, just be, if you end up reaching out to somebody spiritually, even me, let's say you reach out to me, take things with a grain of salt. And that's why I'm really feeling like, don't reach out to spiritual advisors for group 2. I know some of y'all want to. I know some of y'all are like, no, but I'm confused. What I'm feeling from spirit is like, you need to meditate, like, you need to get yourself a deck of cards, like, do what you need to do so you can start advising yourself and you can start listening to spirit directly to you, directly. Because with this trickery card, it's just giving me like, don't spend a lot of money. Don't spend so much money on like all these services from other people. I feel like some of y'all have money and it's not really about you needing to attract money or have more money. It's just about what you do with it. And with the trickery card, if in this reading you're like, oh my God, I need to reach out to like this person to do work on me. No, you don't. You can do it yourself. And spirit is really saying like, you do your research yourself. If you go out to find a spiritual advisor, if you go out to do some spiritual work, like you, I don't know, pay somebody to light a candle for you or whatever, like, it's not going to give you the results you're looking for. It's like, full stop. You need to do it. Full stop, you need to tap into your power. Full stop, you need to tap into your magic, into your healing. And I know some of y'all are going to be like, but Ash, I don't know where to start. And it's like, sit in front of your altar, turn off the lights, dim the lights, spray some lavender spray, whatever it is that you do, or whatever it is that you haven't done. Because some of y'all, I'm like, y'all don't even meditate. But it's like, we need you to do that connection, because then we'll be better able to guide you. And y'all are just kind of putting your money all over the place and reaching out to like 5 different spiritual people, and it's just having your energy all messed up, and it's helping you continue putting perfume on your shit. And they're like, no, like, we need you to be super honest with yourself. I'm also feeling for Pal too. The reason why when you go to spiritual healers and spiritual workers that some of the messages don't hit the way that you want them to hit is because some of y'all hear what you want to hear. Like, some of y'all don't want to hear that y'all are putting perfume on your shit. Some of y'all may not even think that's you right now in this pile. So don't spend more money having people do work for you, because you could do it yourself. Use the tools you already have. Dim the lights. Play some play some singing bowls. And start putting yourself in the vibration where you know that you have magic. You know that you can heal yourself. You know that you can channel messages for yourself. And you're ready for that. You're ready to start walking the divine life. You're ready to start really listening to what your spirit team has to say. And you're ready to start working to have faith. So that's when it comes to money. Group 2. Now let's do relationships. Again, you know, like I said in the beginning, this feels very specific to a very specific group of people. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Maybe pick another pile. Or just take what does resonate and then leave the rest. You don't need to claim everything. All right, let's go into love. What is going on for love? Yeah, that creation card again. So this month is really going to be about y'all creating new things. And you got enlightenment. The first pile got enlightenment. That's crazy. For my single people. Bitter is really standing out to me for my single people. Y'all, and it's coming back to the moon card. Y'all need to be honest about where you're at emotionally. Y'all need to be honest about where you're at emotionally. That's where the enlightenment card comes in. If you're searching for love, damn, and the smoke in this image is really standing out to me. And it's like, pile 2, y'all got some healing to do. Y'all got some clearing to do. I'm seeing with smoke, like clearing out that negativity. Clearing it out. Getting rid of it. Understanding that, yes, life can be bittersweet. Life is bittersweet in a lot of ways, right? Like, there's pain, then there's the love and joy and passion and the amazing and just the beauty it is to be here. The beauty it is to love another and to be loved by somebody else. Pain comes with that in some ways, you know? Like, the search for that, it can be painful. And what I'm feeling is like, gotta be honest about where you're at so that you can really attract the person that you want in your life. Attract the beautiful, sweet lessons. And maybe not attract the, although still beautiful, but painful lessons. That's the enlightenment for you singles. And the creation is about clearing that negativity, doing that clearing work. Doing that clearing work is what I keep hearing. How to do a limpieza, like do a spiritual cleansing for yourself in any capacity, whether that's just smoking out your house, smoking out your body, water, using crystals, but y'all need to clear out some of the fogginess, clear out some of the cloudiness when it comes to love, when it comes to seeking out a partner or partners. Yeah. For my singles, there's some emotional healing, some spiritual healing y'all need to do around just, instead of beating yourself up and almost like beating up the universe for not giving you what you want exactly when you want it, just accepting it and learning to kind of move on from it. That's what the smoking is about, is clearing it so that you can move on and let go, and then coming into your own enlightenment. Pile 2, like y'all can really be some powerful manifestors and healers for yourself in your own line, like in your own lineage. I'm not saying that y'all are like healers and like can, do that spiritual work, but I am saying that for your own life, y'all can really change things if you want to. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to continue feeling bitter. You don't have to continue dating fuck people. Y'all can really be good. All right. Whew. Pile 2. That was your reading. I'm channeling some healing and love to you because that message was not easy to channel, and I know it probably was not easy to take. So thank you. Remember, take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm channeling for a huge group of people, so if it's not for you, it's just not for you. And I love you and thank you for watching this. And, of course, you are the number one expert of your life. I'm just here channeling messages. And you have the ability to transform your own life, Pile 2. You really do. Bye. Hey, Pile 3. So you picked the clear quartz. Beautiful. I love this crystal. So let's get into your cards. Anytime I see the Death card, I'm like, okay, transformation. That's all it means, transformation. This is an incredible time of transformation. Whew. So, the last pile was a really hard reading. This pile is giving me that same energy. And I first want to say that, like, I don't like, quote unquote, reading people, dragging people, whatever it is. But I can't control, like, I can't control spirit, and I cannot control how the messages come through. I just won't do it. There are other people that will like reshuffle and be like, no, I don't want to give this message. It just, that's not my purpose here. I'm here to deliver whatever spirit has to say. So group 3, y'all are experiencing a very transformative time, and if you've been asking yourself why, it's because new structures need to come in place. Y'all have been really lacking commitment. And this card, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it's about like, not being able to find help. And maybe you're a type of person that doesn't like reaching out for help. But this pile is also telling me that y'all give too much help. Like, y'all are lacking boundaries. Y'all are giving so much of your energy away that it's causing you not to be able to set these structures and not to be able to commit to anything. So if, it's been 4 months since the new year, right now it's the astrological new year. What I'm feeling for pile 3 is like, okay, you said that we were going to do this year. Y'all been lacking commitment. Y'all been lacking structure. Y'all been trying to be there for everybody else and not letting anybody show up for you. So now we're gonna start new. Because what I felt with that card is also like, let's start new. Let's start over. Maybe the first 4 months were a struggle. And now you're like, okay, maybe this is when I start my New Year's resolutions. But yeah, April is going to be a month of y'all building the structure, having the commitment, asking for help so this transformation can come. Very simple. Love it. Let's get into your money and finances for April. What is going on with money and finances for my pile threes? Oh, shit. Okay. Oops. Wow, it's like so funny. With every pile, it's like one card from the previous pile pops up. So, with money, y'all need to put your money where your mouth is. Y'all need to walk the walk. Y'all need to talk the talk. Y'all need to find balance with the boundaries. Y'all need to find balance with the boundaries. Like, if you're trying to manifest money, if you're trying to get a business, start a new business, all of that, y'all need to set boundaries because y'all are going to end up feeling bitter. Y'all are going to end up feeling resentment. And I don't, like, you know, if you don't set boundaries in April, let's say you just decide, like, I don't know what I should say, like, I'm still show up for people, regardless of my health, my sanity, and my well-being, I'm still do it. All right, with the bittersweet is like, you will make progress in your goals. It's not saying that this month, like, you know, you need to be perfect. If you mess up here and there, like, you're still going to make progress with your goals, but it's going to just leave you with a bitter taste because you know you could have done more. If you would have just taken a step back and be like, you know what, Tiffany, I don't know why that name came through, but it's like, you know what, friend, if I can't show up for you right now. Like, you know what, friend? You're calling me on a Wednesday. Wednesday is when I meditate and I disconnect from social media. Call me on Thursday and I'll give you 1 hour. These are the boundaries you need to set, group 3. It's not about cutting people off, but it's about saying, you know what? I hear you, friend. I know that you're going through a lot right now. I'm going through a lot too. So how about Friday? Let's talk for an hour. And in that hour, you're not just letting somebody vent to you, but you also vent to them. Because you're going to be better if you don't get to vent to other people. That help, like, you needing other people to help you. Damn, I feel like Spirit is also dragging me in this because I struggle with this too. But it's setting clear boundaries with your friends. Also recognizing that you're not people's therapist. And especially with your friend, like, this is something I struggle with as a healer. Like, I'm a spiritual healer. This is what I do. I love to do this. But I have to understand that when I'm meeting with my friends, when I'm talking to my friends and my friends are venting to me, I'm not putting on my spiritual healer hat. I'm putting on my friend hat. And what I'm seeing with y'all is like, y'all need to, you know, if you're venting with a friend, you need to put on your friend hat and show up as a friend. And also know that, like, this is a relationship. And so if they're venting, you get to vent too. If they're unloading, you get to unload too. You don't have to carry all their shit. Had to take a sip of my water. You don't have to carry all their shit. These faces down here, I don't know if y'all can see it. They're angry. This is what you're gonna look like if you don't find balance. This is exactly what you're gonna look like. Angry, bitter. Ooh, this card too. I don't know if you guys can see it because my camera is like way up there. But this person is giving a cake and crying, And what this is giving me is like not being appreciated, doing the most for other people, not being appreciated for it, and then becoming resentful. So this is about money and career. Somehow it ended up being about you. But to apply it back to financial and career, you got to put your money where your mouth is, set those structures, commit to your healing so that you can have better balance in your business. You can commit more time to your business and not put anybody before you. You can also ask for help. All right. Let's get into your love. What is going on for love, pile 3? Come on. Let me drink some water. Drink some water if you're listening to this. Let me drink some water. You drink some water. My single pile 3s. Balance. You already know. We said it for the money. When you are giving too much, you will feel resentment. For my singles, what's really coming through is not single people, but it's like single people who think they're in a relationship, but they're really in a situationship. So if that's not you, just wait. Just wait. For my single people who are in a situationship, this you right now. There is no balance. This person is, honestly, I'm like, get yourself out of the situationship because there's more to come. Like, there's better to come. For people who are not in a situationship, it's really figuring out the balance for you so that you can really create. And the creation card is just giving me manifesting this perfect love that you're looking for. Single people, I bet you one of y'all is a Libra, but it's really figuring out this balance. Is really respecting yourself enough to have this balance. Because what I'm feeling with the balance card is sorry, I'm getting like a whiff of a perfume and I'm like trying to figure out what's coming from that. But with the balance card, because when I said Libra, that's when the smoke came. With the balance card, it's really valuing yourself enough to understand that whatever you give, you get to receive back. Some of y'all have Captain Save-A-Hole vibes, which is why you're in the situationship to begin with. I'm calling myself out. I've been that hoe before. There's no judgment. But it's getting to a point where you need to value yourself. You need to appreciate yourself enough so that then you can manifest this perfect love. Love it. Very clear, very simple. I'm feeling moved to pull cards for people in a relationship. So now for my people in a relationship. Put you aside. I don't have big hands, so I can never do that like cool just shuffling in my hand. I have to like shuffle as if these are playing cards. People in my relationships, y'all are good. Y'all have abundance, service, perfection. It's almost the same energy as my singles of like making sure that you have that give or take. Being patient too. I remember this card came up. It's bringing me back to when I pulled cards for someone close to me. And it was saying, you know, if there's issues in a relationship or whatever, sometimes you can be of service to someone. Like, it's not bad to help your partner, period. It's just about finding that balance. It's just about not being, you know, not being somebody's mother or parent, but also being a loving partner. I feel like some of y'all have a little bit of trauma with that, of like not wanting people to take advantage of you. Your partner's not taking advantage of you, so just relax. Perfection. You know, if you got this pal, your relationship is good. I feel like y'all are good. Not a message of you letting go of that relationship at all. I feel like this relationship has an abundance of love, and this month is really gonna be, it's gonna be an abundance of love and an abundance of experiences. With dissipating, it's that message of you gotta put your money where your mouth is. You gotta walk. You gotta walk the walk, talk the talk. You know, if you've been manifesting a really healthy relationship and now you're in it, don't be a toxica. Like, don't be toxic. Don't bring that drama, toxicity in your life, maybe because you miss it. You know, don't do that. Y'all are good. You know, yeah, because with the service card, it's all coming together. The service card is like, you can't expect your partner to be perfect. You can't expect to never have to hold your partner's hand and be there for them in the same way that I'm sure that they would show up for you. So if they're going through a hard patch right now, just be there. There's an abundance of love there. This is what a healthy partnership looks like, is that give and take, that give and receive. So don't try to add any more drama. Don't try to make it, this new partner or this partner you've been with is not the past. It's not other relationships you've had. They're good. They just need you right now. And just be there for them. All right, pal 3, this was great. You know, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Whatever resonates, hold it. Whatever doesn't, let it go. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you for next month. Okay, group 4, so you all picked this beautiful citrine crystal. My throat feels a little dry after I don't even know how long this video's been made. But welcome to your April reading. Okay, group 4. So what I'm feeling with y'all is this is going to be a slow month for you. It's going to be about moving intentionally, and don't feel discouraged by it. With these 2 cards, it's about moving slow, intentionally. It's also about when you move slow, you don't skip steps, and it's allowing you to do things quote unquote right. That's what I'm hearing. And I don't like using right or wrong, but it's like, we don't need you to skip steps. Right now, it's not the time to skip steps in your healing. It's not the time to skip steps in your goals. It's not the time to skip steps, period. Things are moving slow, and they're moving slow for your betterment. Like this, you know, this month for you, group 4, is going to be about understanding the power of being intentional, the power of moving at your own pace and not at the pace of other people. If you're somebody that feels like, I have to produce quickly, I have to do things quickly, this month, it's almost like, if y'all try to rush the process, we're going to put you on your ass. Or you can just chill out. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Chill out. Go with the flow. Because we don't need you taking the easy way out. Some of y'all like to take the easy way out. I'm also saying, like, especially if you're like doing spiritual work and healing work, like y'all want quick results, which is not your fault. Like, it is a product of the society. Y'all want things quickly, and Spirit is like, baby, we gotta slow down because we're gonna do this right and we're gonna do this good. Like, slow and steady wins the race. Don't rush things. When you rush things, you don't do things right. Slow and steady wins the race. And that speaks to the King of Swords and the Ten of Wands. With the King of Swords is like, when y'all are caring too much, when y'all are doing too much, y'all get this little sneaky type of energy. Like, I'm going to do the easy way out. I'm going to manipulate things to look a certain way. I'm going to almost pretend with the King of Swords. The King of Swords when it's upright is a badass. It's like, I know what I want. I know what I'm doing. And I'm going to just do it. But when it's in reverse, it's like, I don't really know what I want. I don't really know what I'm doing. But I'm trying to get this bag. And I'm trying to get this, like, fame, money, whatever it is. I'm trying to get this love. Then I'm going to pretend I'm good. I'm going to pretend that I know what I'm doing to get the outcome. Spirit is saying, slow down, be intentional, have integrity, appreciate the process so that you won't feel the burden of that Ten of Wands, so that you won't feel stressed out. They're like, some of y'all have accepted this like affirmation of like, I thrive in pressure. And Spirit is like, baby, you thrive in pressure because of this society and because of the ways that you've been brainwashed all your life to think that like you have to produce 24/7. And they're like, but you actually do not thrive in pressure. Like, you thrive in making things and doing things, but spiritually and emotionally and on your health level, do you thrive? No. Sorry, you don't. What you thrive is when you're going slow, when you're being intentional, when you're holding yourself accountable, when you're being a badass, but not needing to manipulate those around you and not needing to, like, control those around you. Because all of that, this is just speaking stress. And this is speaking slow down. Like, slow down or you're going to be stressed this month. So slow down, be intentional, have some integrity. Yeah, I just feel like stress really brings out an ugly side of you, and we don't need that for April. We don't need that. So let's get into your money. Especially because it feels like y'all been stressing about money. Let's get into your money. Just gonna pull one card. Literally, I said this in the last pile, but I'm like, every time I'm like moving from pile to pile, it's like a card comes from each pile. Anyways, connecting y'all all together beautifully. When it comes to your money, for the isolation, I'm actually feeling like y'all need to just be in your own zone for a minute. Be in your own zone where you get to create and where you get to perfect things. This is where the slow and steady comes in. Y'all are trying to produce shit so quick that things are not, like, I keep getting a message like, it don't even look good. Like, damn, that's so, anyways, it's like, y'all are trying to race things so quick. Y'all are trying to produce things so fast that the things that you're producing don't even look good yet. Don't even look to the way that they could. Like, Spirit, what I just saw right now is like, y'all could be producing 100% work, 10 out of 10 work. But because you're trying to rush things and you're trying to listen to what everybody else is doing, you're trying to take inspiration from everybody else to create this thing that is coming out a 6 out of 10. And they're like, babe, we can do 10 out of 10 work. You know you can do 10 out of 10 work. Why are you rushing this? The bag is coming. Why are you rushing this? Take it slow so we can put out 10 out of 10. And that's period. Like, you are rushing this process that you're not creating your best work, and it's blocking that money coming in. So for the month of April, take time to really work on your business, on your career, on your position. There's a saying, I can't remember it, but it's like, even if you're a janitor, like when it comes to work ethic, like even if you're a janitor, whatever it is that you're doing, I don't even like saying that, okay? That no matter what position you have, from being a CEO to being a teacher, put out your best work. Period. Even if you're cleaning houses, do your best work, because that's better, even if it comes slower, than cleaning a house in 5 minutes and things not being cleaned correctly. Like, this month is about figuring out what is your best work, what is your best, and how can your best bring you money. Some of y'all are not putting out your best, and that's why your money's not coming in. Y'all are rushing things. I know there's pressure, but the pressure is pressure you're applying to yourself. They're saying slow down so you can put out your best work. Slow down so you can do work the best way. And that will bring you money. That will bring you the promotion. That will bring you everything you're looking for. All right, Spirit. What does group 4 need to hear about their love for the month of April? Okay. Okay. This gratitude card is just so beautiful. And it just is perfect for love reading. You have instinct, trickery, impartiality, and gratitude. Instinct and trickery. If you're single, don't fall for the game. If you know somebody's putting game on you, bye. Move on. Next. Thank you, next. If you know somebody is playing games, putting game on you, spitting game on you, bye. Next. Thank you, next. Because, yeah, that's the lesson. I'm like, I don't feel any other message for my singles right now in Power 4, but it's like, that's the lesson. That's the gratitude. That's the gift of this moment right now for April. You can say no. You do not need to take every offer. You're going to get multiple offers of love. You do not need to settle. Somebody's trying to play games. Bye. I don't want your games. And if you do want the games, because some people like the game, play the game, fine. But don't fall for the scam. If they're trying to feed you the oh, we're going to be in love, like, I'm trying to be with you forever, no, don't fall for it. Bye. Next. This was fun, though. But bye. Gotta go. I'm trying to find something real. That's what I'm feeling for you. And then with the impartiality and gratitude, it's like just finding gratitude in that. Finding pleasure in that, of being like, oh, I can say no. I don't have to take every offer. I'm just that type of bitch. Like, that's just who I am. Yeah. And with impartiality, what I'm being really drawn into is this paint can and holding them. And it's making me think of creation. And it's like, you can literally paint, because they're holding paint cans. You can literally paint the type of love life you're trying to have. You don't need to just accept any offer. I keep coming back to, like, you don't need to accept every offer. There's so much power. There's a lesson. There's an activation in you being able to say, no, I don't want it. Thank you. Next. Boom. All right. Let's do my people in a relationship. That's so funny. This is the second pile where I shuffle for relationships. The other two piles I just channeled and used the cards for both. People in a relationship. Yeah, I don't, like, in any of the piles for April, I don't see people really breaking up. I see people taking their love to another level. So, I see a lot of joy. I see a lot of playness. I see a lot of playfulness. I see a lot of care. If y'all taking care of each other, really loving on each other, really being there for each other if things get rough this month. For rejection, that's why I put another card, because I was like, what do you mean by rejection, Spirit? It's so funny because what the message is coming through, and I asked that, it was like, if somebody gives you an offer, you can reject it and know that it is guided by fate. It's guided by us. And I'm like, okay, but like, you know what? You know what it is? Maybe it's for somebody who's poly. Maybe that's what it is. If you're in a poly relationship, maybe it's someone's going to try to give you an offer and you're going to be like, no. Or maybe it's for people who are in a new relationship and you're like tempted. Spirit is saying to say no, because we got you and you're going to be good. And this new relationship is good. So for those who are in the new relationship, say no. Have faith. Know that this month is going to be good. I feel like if you're starting a relationship in the month of April, it's going to bring you so much joy for the seasons of spring and summer. I see y'all having a lot of fun. I see a great tan. I see sunbathing. I see the ocean. I see great time. So that's what I got for my relationship, people. And that's about it. So thank you, group 4, for watching this video. Thank you so much. This was long as hell, all 4 piles. And, you know, if it resonates, take what resonates. If it doesn't, leave what doesn't resonate. Tarot readings, period, are used as a guide, as a tool. It's not the end all be all of making decisions for your life. So please, please use your own intuition and your own common sense to make choices this month. But this is just your forecast. And let me know what resonates. Let me know if you have any questions. Love you. So thank you all. Thank you, everyone. Everyone. Which I'm like, probably not everybody's watching this last part. But thank you so much for watching this. I send y'all all my love. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Let me know what resonates. Let me know what pile you picked. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.